sweating. I just walked outside. Alright. I was trying to get everything ready. Alright, I'm already sweating already. I just walked outside, grabbed the toolkit, and I'm already sweating. So, alright, we got 7 folks up in here. What's going on, people? Alright. Alright, so time for the PM. So we got 10 gallons of oil. I got the oil Lucas additive. And I got the fuel additive. I also got oil filters, brand new from Freightliner. They're 30 bucks for the 2, so they 15 a piece. And then I got my long fuel filter with the 5207, short fuel filter with which is 5206. Okay, I said that wrong. 5206, 5207. Fuel filters. This is for 60 series. This will go on a 14 liter or 12.7. This is a 12.7 what I got right here. And then these are my other 2 filters I'll change in 5,000 miles. So like I said, I change these fuel filters every 5,000 miles. And then here, I got my Donaldson air filters, which will go here in the breathers. So we're finna go ahead and jump into it. I'm on my iPad, so I don't know how long the iPad will allow me to be live for. And then another thing about my truck has a quick drain down here on the oil pan. So right there, that's a quick drain right here. So all I gotta do is flip that switch, the oil starts coming down. But I gotta get my oil pan, and I didn't clean my oil pan out. Let me go ahead and get my gloves on, and we're gonna start it. We ain't gonna make this an all day long dried out process. I'm gonna periodically be checking for comments. But let me bring up my other phone. I should have moderators in here, so y'all should already know if anybody on that funny stuff, man, get them up out of here. We're not gonna entertain it. All right, let me try to find my live so I can check the comments myself. I don't know how to check my own live. Oh, you know what? Might be from another YouTube. Hold on. Here we go. All right, J-Rock, what up? Red Top, what up? Smokey, what up? DPG, what up? Waddy, what up? All right. All right, let's do this. And put my gloves on, folks. I'm a little bougie. I don't like getting dirty. So yeah, I'm gonna put the gloves on. I literally went and took a shower just so I can be out here in this heat. I always keep some rubber gloves. And I was gonna clean this oil pan out over here. Not oil, the catch pan for the oil, but I didn't. Probably need to. You know, kids like to throw rocks and shit in your oil pan. There go the dogs. All right. This side and take out my oil cap. You see the engine nice and clean. Take the oil cap off. I just had the truck running. You can see a little smoke coming out of that oil cap. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and loosen up these oil filters. And then we're gonna start letting the oil drain. So this is what I'm using. I'm trying to remember if I did the last, no, I didn't do the last PM on here. I had the TA do it. Where's the camera at? Oh, blocking the camera. Move, doggy. All right. So with these filters, it's righty tighty, lefty loosey, but it's the opposite. So to get it tight, we gotta go left. Uh-oh. Hold on. Yeah, to get it loose, we gotta go right. So it should only be on their hand tight. But you know, when you ask people not to do certain things, they don't do it right. So let's see. Put that on there. Trying to do it one-handed. It's not working in my favor. All right, come on, baby. I gotta set y'all down. I should have been a little more prepared. It wasn't though, but I should have been. All right, let's see. Wrong way. All right, that one wasn't too tight. Let's try this other one over here. I don't got a lot of space to work with. Okay. So what I'm gonna have to do is take the right one off, and then I'll have to take the other one off next to it. Just don't have a lot of space. And then I'm gonna also use this to change my fuel filter too. Okay, the oil already leaking. And I got oil on there, so now I gotta wipe that down. That oil is hot. I just had the truck running for about 30 minutes. That's why I'm about 15 minutes late. So the correct way would have been to puncture some type of hole in the bottom and let the oil drain that way. That's what I should have did. I didn't do it. Let me see if I can go catch me a hammer, and I'll try to do it on this other one. Alright, I went and got a screwdriver. See if I can puncture a hole in the bottom of this. Shit. Oh, wrong side. Alright. So that's coming out real fast out of that one. I'm trying to do the original one. All right, that is hot. So as I go cleaning off my tools, so like I said, we're gonna let them 2 oil filters drain. This job is actually pretty simple as long as you have the space and you have everything you need. Obviously, you don't want to do this and you got your truck parked. Like if you're at home like I am, you don't want to have your cars blocked in doing this, because let's say something falls off, something breaks, and you're kind of stuck and you risk trying to crank the truck up. What's this thing always on the side? So yeah, that's almost done draining. And I'm gonna grab a trash bag and just take them off and let it fall right on in the trash bag. All right. The left one already almost done. The right one's still going. Like I said, I got enough supply of gloves, so if I need to keep changing them out, I will. But like I said, that oil is very hot. Then I have the buckets from my last PM, so I'll just fill these up, these old buckets up. So for my last PM, the 2.5 gallons, I'll just fill them up. All right, so mental note for next PM, puncture the bottom of the thing, because this one right here is full of oil on the outside. That one's still clean. And like I said, that oil is very hot. So I'm gonna get a napkin, try to take that off, transfer it straight to the trash can. Got my little box I have my AC in, so I'm gonna try to just throw it in here real quick for the one time. Ain't gotta be perfect, folks. It just gotta work. It just gotta work. All right. That is hot. All right. Whew. Got that off. I'm not over exaggerating when I say that was hot. All right, let me figure out what I did with my oil thing. So obviously if I wasn't recording, it wouldn't take this long. But because I'm also trying to talk through it, cleaning up behind myself as I go. All right, so now we gotta loosen that other one up. So like I said, righty-tighty is the opposite. So I gotta go right to loosen it, lefty to tighten it. And this one, the oil is already out of it. Now mind you, I'm right here next to this exhaust right here. That thing is hot. All right, I done busted loose. It's still hot. Oil filter off, throw it in the box. That's hot. All right, so now we'll go get our new oil filters and we'll slide them on. Mind you, we haven't started draining the old oil yet. All right, 60 series calls for mobile Delvac, 15W40. That's what I use. I noticed my truck runs really good when I use mobile Delvac. I've tried Dello. The truck didn't run that well. I've tried, TA got a sale on something. Forgot what it's called, but I tried that one. Truck didn't run that well. My oil filter is LF3620. This is from Freightliner. 15 bucks a piece, so you get about $30 for both filters. I'm hoping y'all can see this. I can't see. Let's see where we at. All right. So now, I'm gonna grab some of this old oil. I'm gonna go around this ring right here. That seal, or that gasket. Put 2 fingers up in there. Get that oil up on there. Yeah. It's gonna help this filter seat real nice and good. And I'm getting all up in there. After I put these filters on, I'll check the comments. Now we're gonna fill this thing up. All right, let that settle real quick. Going through the filter. Now there have been debates of if you should fill the oil filters up. Some people say you're not supposed to. Some people say you are supposed to. I'm not gonna take any answers. I'm gonna fill this thing up. All right, get some of that fresh oil. Put it in here in this seal. You never be too cautious. And then we'll go ahead and slide this one on. So now we're gonna slide it to the right. Get this whole damn thing dirty. Gotta try to get a good angle. I feel like my butt is out. I'm sorry if it is. You gotta put it on there a certain way or it won't get on. All right. So that one's lashed on now. Just gonna keep tightening it. Trying to get it as tight as I can with my hand. And then I'll come in with my tool. All right, I keep walking off because I keep grabbing stuff. So I'm gonna grab a napkin, clean my hands. I'm gonna clean this filter off and then we're gonna continue tightening it down by hand. Now, after everything is all said and done, then I'll go and get a truck wash. That'll top off our PM. And for y'all that don't know, PM stands for preventable maintenance. Changing your oil filters, your fuel filters, your air breathers is preventable maintenance. You want to prevent anything catastrophic. Clean fuel going into your system helps make sure your injectors don't get debris in them. Keeps your fuel pump the way it's supposed to, not getting debris in there. Same oil filters. You change your oil, put fresh, clean oil up in there. I'm gonna keep going. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I was loosening it up. All right. So now I'm gonna get my tool right here, my oil filter, fuel filter tool right here, and we're just gonna snug it up. Not gonna get it too tight. We're just gonna snug it. Your price is way too high. You need to cut it. Cut it. Cut it. All right, that's on there snug. Now, the second oil filter. Same thing. Put my finger in here. Get some oil, which is once again fucking hot. I think the fastest I've done a PM on this truck was probably like 45 minutes. Fill this thing up. Let that settle. Shit. All right. So that used about half a jug of that 2.5 gallons. So I'll probably say about a gallon. All right. Got all types of oil on the side, man. I don't like that. All right, let's put this one on, snug it by hand, and then we're going to get it as tight as we can get it with our hand. And then we'll come in with the tool and just get it snug. All right, it's caught. Now we just spin. All right. All right, so we tighten that down by hand. Now we come in with the tool and snug it. All right, I gotta clean the filter off in the belt. It's not twisting because of the oil. Clean that belt off. All right, let's try it again with the belt. Tighten this thing down. All right. That's it. So now we'll go to the other side. 17 peepers. So like I said, I got a quick drain, easy drain down here. All right. I'm gonna go grab them empty jugs as well. So we're gonna use these old jugs and pour the oil back in there. So I got a little bit of oil in here already. And scooch y'all back so y'all can see. Open that up. Oh, this had a lid on it. Oh, it's under the truck. And that's it. You can do this a couple times. All right. Slide that back under. Move these jugs to the side. And now we're gonna open the easy drain. It's right here. All right. Now the easy drain is draining the oil. See, oil draining. So I'll let this get about halfway full, then I'll pull it back into these old jugs right here. So while that's draining, I'm gonna start taking off the fuel filters. Fuel filters is the same with the righty tighty, lefty loosey. It's backwards. Alright. I gotta find my cup, folks. I'm hot. Might have left my cup in the house. Y'all give me a second. Watch the oil. Make sure it don't fall over. I need to do washing. All right, I got my cup. All right. It's hot out here, folks. Now I'm gonna close the easy drain and I'm gonna pour it in this jug, the oil in the jug. So on the easy drain, it's pretty much a little notch. You just push it down and the oil starts coming out. And when you don't want the oil to come out anymore, you put the notch up. That's simple. Another thing, you want to do your oil change when your oil is hot, so that oil will flow. All right, so we're gonna pour these oils into the jug. Trying not to make a mess. Fuck. Oh, my sweat dropping up in here. All right. That's 2.5 gallons full. All right. It's probably right under a gallon. Put this back under. We're gonna pull that notch back down. All right, now we're leaking again. All right, we're gonna loosen these fuel filters up now. Oh, never mind, that thing already halfway full. I'm gonna put a top on this one. Get out the way. All right, let's top this one off. Now, obviously, if you had a 10+ gallon drain pan or catch pan, whatever it's called, it'd be a lot easier for you, a lot smoother. But I don't, because I'm cheap. So this is what I gotta deal with. Fuck. The neck is hot because the oil is hot. All right, that's full. It's another 2.5 gallons, so that's 5 gallons so far. Open it back up. All right, that's draining. Let me check my phone for comments. All right. All right, let me read these comments. Let me see. Yes, sir. Long hair. Mike be all through my city, Baton Rouge. Yes, sir. I'll be through there. Get your legal out the shot, sir. Use two fingers. Oh, yeah, I did use two fingers to grease that thing up. Yeah, I don't use big eye. I don't use shell. I don't use shell. Only Mobile Delvac for a 60 series. Are those shoes OSHA approved? No, they are not. Filling up the oil filters with oil is how you prime the oil system, just like adding diesel and fuel filters. The system is taught. That's correct. What motor is that? Detroit 60 series? Yes, it is. Would you buy a Classic as a first-time truck owner? Yes, I would. This is my first truck. Great trucks, but I would go with the Cascadia. If you want emissions, hey, go for it. I want a Cascadia as well. I don't care. DEF when it breaks is expensive. I agree. Get one that is deleted. My Cascadia is deleted. Never done me wrong. Thank God. Congratulations. I can't seem to find one already deleted in my area. Yeah, most deletes cost you about $3,000, $3,500. Let me see. I can get a Classic for about 35 to 40K where I live. Shit, you got 45K, you can have this one. We started a year ago. Congratulations to D Racing. All right, that oil is almost done, folks. I'm gonna buy one of these, lease them on somewhere. All right. What up, James? Biggest regret. James Mark, happy birthday. Yes, sir. Happy birthday. All right. Turbo, yeah, get another one. All right. Y'all talking amongst yourselves. All right. Trying to go through these comments real quick. Telling everybody what's up. Oh, shit. Telling everybody what's up. Yep. They can't tell Mike shit once he learns how to service his own truck. That's a big fat paper city in the building. Mississippi. Yes, sir. Did you have a Century class? I do still have a Century class. It just got overhauled. My Century class just got overhauled. Now it's getting the kingpins done. Yeah, if you get an older Cascadia, they come with 14 liters from like 08 to 10. Right there around that 10 mark, that's when they start putting them DD15s in them. And then you can also get a Columbia with a DD15 as well. But I'm not a fan of the DD15s because of that oil manifold. Oh, I'm sweating on my phone. What we got? All right, I believe I'm caught up in the comments. You got DD15 now, all right. All right, so the oil is done. Oil is done dripping. So we done drained the oil filters, put in new filters with fresh oil. We done drained all the oil out of the oil pan. I'm just letting it drip. So while I'm letting it drip, I'm gonna go ahead and do the fuel filters. If I find my damn filter wrench. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I did with my filter wrench. All right, let me walk around slow. All right, that's that tism, folks. I don't know where the fuck. Oh, there you go, right here behind the camera. All right, let's loosen these fuel filters up. Once again, righty tighty, lefty loosey is backwards. So to loosen it up, you gotta go right. To tighten it up, you go left. So, yeah. Get up in here. And what I do is I knock them both loose. All right, that first one is loose. The 5206 is loose. Oh, let me tighten it back up by hand. Leaking a little diesel. Let's lock loose the 5207. All right. Both fuel filters are loose now. So the fuel filters I go back in with FF5206, FF5207. Let me give me something to drink. At least I got a shirt on this time, folks. I don't recommend doing this stuff in the heat, though. It's hot. All right. So, 5206 is first. It's the smaller one. That goes to the back. 5207, the bigger one, in the front. So the highest number take the lead. All I'm doing is just taking this out of the plastic. All right. So if you watched one of my other videos where I did the fuel filters, I keep this little jug with a funnel inside. So now we're gonna completely screw this off. Got diesel already flowing down. All right, so is the diesel dirty or clean? Let's see. That's pretty dirty. That is pretty dirty. Usually it's cleaner than this. Still don't have no complaints because my truck run amazing. All right. So that was 06. We're gonna grab it at 06 right here. 2 fingers. Get up in there. Swivel it around that gasket. Get the thing nice and wet. Tap on that thing a couple times. Get up in there again. All right. Then we go in with some fresh diesel. I know y'all see I'm making a mess. Start getting antsy and stuff when I'm hot. All right, that's full. We're going left to tighten it up. That one's on there nice and tight by hand. Now we'll take the other one off. Mind you, the oil is still dripping. All right, let's see what this fuel looking like. That's dirty as well. $52.07. So 2 fingers up in there. Go around that gasket. Do that so you can get a good seal. You go up in there and raw dog that thing, you're gonna have some issues down the road. There we go. Once again, tap on that thing. Go back in with the rest of the diesel. All right, all the diesel. All right, both fuel filters are changed. All right, clean off both of my hands. And I'm gonna wipe down both of these filters so I don't have issues putting that belt on to tighten it up. All right, let's tighten these filters up. It's already hand tight. Now we're gonna snug it. All right, that's snug. That's snug. $52.06, $52.07. The last of the oil is done draining. Y'all can see that notch hanging down. That's how you activate the dang quick drain. So now we're gonna we're gonna close that up, pull that out, pour it in the jug. All right. I gotta take a break, folks. I'm tired. I'm hot. Let me find my cup. Oh, there we go. All right, let me talk to y'all for a minute while I sit here and catch my breath. You know, can we talk for a minute? Okay, I don't know where the top is at to this. I fill this back up with diesel when I fuel. So, the point of me doing this is not to be a mechanic. Is for one, learning how to work on my truck. Two, it saves me a lot of money and time from having to go to these shops and get them done. So, most of us that's watching this are drivers. You know, you go check in at a Love, TA, Petro, Speedco, wherever. Hey, I need a PM. All right, cool. We got 2 jobs ahead of you. We got 3 trucks ahead of you. Or even if they pull you straight on in, they have you for some miraculous reason sitting in there for 3 to 4 hours. And I'd rather just do this while I'm on home time. So now, with me doing it myself, I know that it's done right. Now, obviously, this isn't my first time doing this. My first time doing it, there was trial and error, but I still did everything right. You know, so like the saying goes, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So the oil is done dripping. We already got our new fuel filters on with fuel in them. We got new oil filters on with oil in them already. So now all I gotta do is close that quick drain. Now I'm talking right now so I can catch my breath. Close that quick drain, pour the rest of this oil into these jugs over here. And then from there, we'll go ahead and I'll pour 9 gallons of oil in and 1 gallon of my Lucas oil additive. So that'll be 10 gallons. That's all I gotta pour in there. And then I'll crank the truck up to get any air out of the fuel system. We'll let that oil circulate, and then we'll go ahead and check the oil on the dipstick. So after I do that, then we'll grease the truck. After I grease the truck, we'll change the air filters in the air breathers. But I might not do the air filters on live just because of it's hot, and I don't know if my iPad is gonna be able to handle, because it's hot and the sun is beaming directly on it. So yeah, that's all I'm doing, folks. That's why I'm doing this. I'm not a mechanic. I am mechanically inclined, and what I'm doing now, I literally learned this from just watching YouTube videos. Anytime I've gotten work done on my truck, I try to watch them. I try to record them, not only to record them for YouTube purposes, but for myself to go back into my phone and record them as well. So like, let's say for example, the fuel filters. Somebody might be like, dang man, I don't know what fuel filters to get. And you can't call Freightliner because some of these dealerships won't give you part numbers. So you can come into my video and say, hey, Mike put the fuel filters in his video, and I can go there and check that. Same thing with the oil filters, same thing with the air breathers. I don't think there's any part numbers on them, but I do have the paper in the house with the receipt that does have the part number on them. As far as oil, 60 series is recommended Mobil Delvac. Doesn't matter about Shell, Delo, Schaefer. You can use them oils. There's nothing wrong with using them oils. But for 60 series, it recommends Mobil Delvac. If you have a Cummins, I think Cummins recommends Shell. And I don't remember what PACCAR is. PACCAR might be Mobil Delvac too, but I'm not, don't quote me on that. All right. Woo. All right, folks. Even though I do flatbed, I don't like to be out here sweating and shit. Okay, there go the top for this right here. So I'm gonna keep that so I can refill that up. We're gonna open the top for these. All right, let's turn y'all back. All right. Let me close that. All right, that's closed back. Let's pour this Earl in here. All right. That's all the oil. So this drain pan that I'm using, I believe I got it from Walmart. It's a 20 quart, which if I'm not mistaken, is close to about 4 gallons. And you just gotta make a couple trips into your jugs. Using it for a car, obviously, you don't need to make a couple trips. All right, so now the question is, where do you go to dispose of the oil? Most of your AutoZones, O'Reilly's, Advanced Auto Parts, they have places that'll let you come in and you can dispose of it there. Now, if you show up with like 25 gallon buckets of oil, they might say we're only gonna allow you to dispose of 1 or 2 buckets. So you know, you got these little small jugs like this. Hey man, I got a couple jugs. You might be able to get away with it. So oil is done. Fuel filters are on. Now we gotta go top the oil back off. So yeah, damn spiders. So after we top the oil off, then we'll go ahead and crank the truck up. I need to pour this old diesel into my tank, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. I don't know how good that's gonna catch for y'all. Y'all gotta bear with me. I'm gonna eventually get some type of metal glasses and a tripod. Oh shit. All right. Like I said, I used to discard of the old fuel. And shout out to Hustle. He was the one that told me, man, pour that shit back in the tank. And I've been doing it ever since. All right, folks. Now it's time to put oil. Let me show y'all this motherfucker right here. This motherfucker soaking wet, full of mud. See this shit? Hey, D, come get your dog, man. Look at this nigga, man. Don't bring your ass over here. See this shit? Yeah, stretch it out. Arch your back. The fuck? You wanna get your ass in the cage? This motherfucker like a little rat. Let me see if I can get this box situated to where I can put y'all on this box right here. So I know a lot of y'all made comments in the past. I ain't fixing this on my truck and I ain't fixing that because I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a mechanic either, but I like to save some money. All right. All right, let me go get that jug. See if I can get y'all set up. But y'all can do me a favor though. Hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. If y'all hit that like button for me. That's the oil fill. That's the dipstick. We're gonna put 9 gallons in there of oil and 1 gallon of oil additive, Lucas oil additive in there. And then we'll check the dipstick. If I need to put more, then I will. All right. Got me a nice little bougie funnel. All right, we're gonna make that work. There we go. Nice and snug up in there. Ugh. So now what I'm gonna do is, y'all can't tell folks I'm out of breath. I'm hot. I don't like being out in the heat like this. You be like, damn nigga, you do flatbed. You should be used to it. Nope, not used to it. That's why I do strap and go, and that's why I don't tarp. All right, so we're gonna open the 3 2.5 gallons first. So that'll be 7.5 gallons, and then we'll open up the Lucas oil additive. Then I'll pour a gallon of oil into the jug of the Lucas, and what's remaining, we'll go ahead and pour it in the truck. All right, hope that was already open. All right, let me check these comments real quick. All right. Well, we're sitting here leaking. All right, let's check these comments. Make sure I ain't missing nothing. Oh shit. I mean, oh snaps. Ain't missing nothing. All right, show me the comments. All right, let's see. I've been thinking about leasing a truck to speed up the savings for the Classic. Make sure you do your research if you get into a lease. That's all I can tell you. So, man, don't think too much. I'm assuming you mean to say do it. Maybe do it, man. Don't think too much. My company has a walkaway lease. I'm just waiting until I'm eligible. Okay. What transmission is in that unit? I'm assuming you're talking to me. I got a 13-speed manual in this truck. Do you subtract a gallon of oil to add a gallon of Lucas? Yes, I do. That's why I said I'm going to do 9 gallons of oil with 1 gallon of Lucas. Miss Richardson, I see you. I ran across Miss Richardson, what was that, Friday? Yeah, I think Friday. No, that was Thursday. I blew the doors off that tanker driver. Would you ever put a driver in one of your trucks? That is the plan. The Century, once the Century come out of the shop, I will be looking for a driver. And then as of right now, I'm indecisive on my next truck. I want a super sleeper, but the ones that I had in mind, my first, second, third, and also have all sold literally within the last 3 weeks. The 4 super sleepers I have my eyes on have sold. So now I'm on the fence of it. If my next truck is gonna be another hood. Oh, I just sat here on this shit and wasted all this oil. My next truck is gonna be another hood. I just don't know which hood. It's not gonna be another Classic, that's for sure. So either a 379 or a W900. The only thing is I'm not sure if I want one with a cat, a 6NZ, or if I want a truck with another 60 series in it, which 60 series is my preference, but I haven't found a studio sleeper that has a 60 series in it. So that's where I'm indecisive about. Because mind you, the goal is to get the heavy haul. As of right now, I'm ranked the SD3 with Landstar. So that means I can haul up to 12 wide. So 12 wide is getting me to where I need to be, to where I can get to 14 wide. Once I become an SD4, meaning I can haul 14 wide, I have to be SD4 for a year. And then after that year, I'm eligible to get an RGN, and then I can run, the big boy stuff. Granted, when I tell you I want to do heavy haul, I'm meaning I want to do oversized loads. I don't want to do the heavy loads. I don't want to do 120 and 150,000 pound loads. I don't want to do them type of loads. Y'all can keep that, unless it's just really paying. And I will say, I've seen some good shit on this board. And when I say some good shit, I've seen a load that was going, I don't remember where it was going. All I remember, the load was 120,000 pounds, and it paid $99,999. So it pretty much paid $100,000. Now, something like that, mind you, I would get, well, for 120,000 pounds, you have to have at least a tri-axle plus another axle on the truck. So you would get paid 74% of that. So let's say 100,000, you're getting paid 74,000. You're getting 70,000. I mean, I don't know how much permits and fuel and stuff will cost you, but if you want to do shits and gigs and say $10,000 for permits, fuel, escorts, and all that crap, I mean, shit, you're still walking home with $60,000 on one load. So that would be my goal, is to get up to something like that. Like something like that, I would do it. But a 120,000 pound load that's paying like 10 to 15,000, nah, that ain't worth it for me. Cause I can do big money loads that don't weigh that much. Like for example, last week, $9,000 for my load. My load weighed 2,000 pounds. It was an oversized load. I'm okay with that. Louisiana to Texas. Like I tell y'all, I don't have to go far to make money. I can run Texas and Louisiana. That's enough for me to maintain my trucks, maintain my household, and still dibble and dabble and a couple dollars to spend on working on my cars or my motorcycle or whatever. So, if that's all the questions for now, we gonna keep going. Let me see. Miss Richardson, save money. Save the money, y'all. I was loaded and cruising. I know you was, Miss Richardson. I know you was. Miss Richardson, she's a professional driver. She was in the right lane, 10 and 2, cruising. I saw it and I slammed on the brakes. I started honking like an idiot. She probably was like, who the fuck is this nigga? All right. Now let's start pouring the oil. Hope y'all can see that. Nice, fresh, clean oil going in. I can hear it dropping down to the bottom of the tank. All right, there's 2.5 gallons down. I'm gonna save this jugs for my next oil change. Another 2.5 gallons. Obviously, with this big old funnel, I can pour this oil pretty fast. All right. Another 2.5 gallons down. So we got 5 gallons in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pour my oil additive. All right. I know some of y'all don't care for Lucas. I like it. Somebody's gonna ask, oh well, what kind of difference do you see from Lucas than just regular? I really can't tell you. I do my PMs every 15 to 18,000 miles. I don't burn any oil, but mind you, the engine has been rebuilt. Some people will say I've never used Lucas and my truck has ran 1,000,000 miles. But it says it's supposed to extend engine life with no sulfur, no chlorine, stops thermal breakdown, slows oil leaks if you have oil leaks, raises oil pressure, and pretty much it raises oil pressure by pretty much making the oil thicker. That's pretty much it. So like I said, 60 series, Axis 4, Mobile Delvac 15W40. Mobile Delvac 15W40. Premium synthetic blend. It's a synthetic blend. That's what I buy from Walmart. So for the 10 gallons, it's $144. With the filters, that's another 50-ish bucks. Not even 50 bucks, honestly. 30, 40, 50. Nope, that's 50 bucks. So for $200, you can have your oil with your oil filters and your fuel filters. And then a little know-how. You do it yourself, you save yourself about 300 bucks, 300 to 400 bucks now, because now you go to these places and the PM is running you 500 to 600 bucks. Why it got so high, I don't know. Now my Houston shop do an oil change for 330 bucks, I believe, or 350. Might be 380, shit. I know it's under 400 bucks. So let's say if I was in a rush, like, hey, I'm gonna slide through, I need to get an oil change real quick, I'm seeing some funny stuff, then you know, hey, pay the extra money, go ahead and do it. But if I'm home and I can do it like I am now, then I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So now I'm gonna pour a gallon of oil in here, and then I'll know I can pour the rest of the remaining oil into the truck, and then we'll check our oil dipstick. So I do got my dipstick hanging slightly out. Push that all the way back in. I need a funnel, and we're gonna do that in there. Or should I take this funnel? All right, we'll take this funnel. Like I said, we're just gonna pour a gallon in there. I don't think I need to show y'all how to pour oil in a jug. All right. We got a gallon in there. Put this back up here. So you're probably wondering, well, Mike, what do you do with that extra gallon of oil? Here's what you do. Every time you do a pre-trip on your truck, if the oil goes down, you use that. It's literally that simple. Now we can go ahead and pour the rest of this in here. All right, one more jug to go. But this is the jug that I use for the oil filters. So this one ain't full. All right. It's a total of 10 gallons, folks. 9 gallons of oil. 1 gallon of oil additives. Now, I can put my oil cap on there. Now it's time to crank up the truck. Always good to wipe down your stuff like this. Your boy is major OCD. All right. Wipe that down. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this dipstick. See what that oil reading at. Then we'll crank it up and check the dipstick again. All right, so right now, my oil is reading right here. The full mark is down here. It's reading right here. Now, once we crank the truck up, that's gonna drop. So with mine, we got the full mark, then we got USA, and then in the middle is a half. I like my oil to be right there around this USA part. Now, you don't have to do that. I'm telling you what I do with my truck. All right. Now I can take my gloves off. I'm gonna need to go wash my hands. Let me find my napkin so I can dry myself off once again. All right, let's go in the truck. We're gonna crank this thing up. And we're gonna let this baby run. And for y'all that don't know, I went back to using a 36 people up in here. What's up, folks? Hey, y'all do me a favor and like the video for me, please. Help me, please. Help me. Look at this motherfucker again. Look at this shit. See? Just ridiculous. You need your ass whooped. That's right. Get your ass in the cage. They want him. He's only bit like 4 people. That's my AC. All right. That's it. So now you check your oil pressure at 1,500 RPMs. All right. So y'all should be able to tell that 1,500 RPMs, that oil pressure is at 60. Now once everything heats up, warm up, that oil pressure will drop down to 50 as I'm driving. And as the oil breaks down, it'll eventually to 40. Under 40, that's not good. Now at idle, it'll idle at about 20 to 25. And then that's when it's hot. When it's cold, it'll idle about where it's at now, which is 40 PSI. We'll go ahead and idle this thing up real quick. And idle up 10. governor gets cut off. All right, now we come and check the oil again. And after this, we're gonna go ahead and grease the truck. I go grab my gloves. So pretty much that's a PM. If you watched it from the beginning, you know how to do a PM on the 60 series now. Pull this out, clean the dipstick off. Here's the thing: if it's overfilled, you go down to that quick drain and you drain some out. If it's not full enough, take that cap off, put some more oil in there. All right, so now it's right above the USA, which is where I like my oil to be at. Not sure if y'all can tell, but it's right above it. That's where I like my oil to be at. All right, now it's time to get the greasing on, but I got. All right, this is what I use to grease the truck. Oh snaps. Hercules brand grease gun. Oh, ain't even in the camera. There we go. Hercules brand grease gun. It's battery operated. So as y'all can know, this stick right here isn't all the way in, so that means there's still grease inside of it. So we just gonna run through and grease these certs real quick. I wish I had a better setup so I can show y'all what grease certs that I'm hitting. And I'm a one man. Gonna put some fresh gloves on, and I'm just leave right here so y'all can watch me just run through real quick. So it was already time, 4 p.m. But what had happened was when I went to El Paso, I noticed my truck was starting to run a little hotter than usual. I said it was overheating. Red Top said I was tripping and that my truck is just running hotter than usual. Once I seen that temp gauge start doing this, I start panicking. Oh, Mike, well, just turn your fan on. I did that. I turned the fan on and it was still getting up to 200 degrees. Now, it didn't go past 200 degrees, but it was still getting up there. So, I know when I shut down that night, I checked my coolant. Coolant was still full. Oil was still full. It was black. It was still full. So that made me think, because I noticed my oil was also running a little hotter as well. Mind you, it was over 100 degrees in El Paso. So we need fresh oil. Another reason or another thing that can cause your truck to overheat would be air filters. If your air filters are dirty, clogged, blocked, that could cause a reason for your truck to overheat. So the last time I replaced these filters was actually a year ago. And you're technically supposed to replace these filters in these classics once a year. Now, I told myself I was gonna do it every 6 months. I don't know why I didn't do it at the 6 month mark. Oh, y'all know why. Truck was in the shop. I wasn't driving the truck, so there was no point in changing something if I'm not in it, right? So, yeah, now the truck's out the shop, I'm in it. Century's in the shop. So, we're also gonna change these filters. Now, because of how hot it is right now, and how winded I am, I'm not even gonna change these filters on camera. I might just make a video and upload it. I don't want to keep y'all here any longer than y'all have to be. PM is done. All I need to do now is grease the truck. Then I'm gonna go inside, take a break. House is nicely cooled right now, and then I'm gonna come back out here, change out these filters. So now what I gotta do, I gotta grab the battery to this. Well, it slides right here, and it'll be good to go. Battery's in the truck. Oh, that tastes good. Pretty sure y'all can't tell, but my shirt, maybe you can't tell, my shirt is soaking wet. Front to back is soaking wet. But I took a shower before I came out here to go live, so it's clean sweat. So now when I go back in the house, I'll let my body cool off, take another shower, and then I'll do laundry. And then as of right now, I have a load I'm picking up tomorrow once again in Alexandria, Louisiana. I'm saying once again because my last 2 loads, well, I did 2 loads out of Alexandria to El Paso. One of the El Paso runs, I did hit it all the way back. The second one, I got a load out of El Paso that came straight back to Houston, which is not common, by the way, I should add. El Paso don't have a lot of stuff coming out. And the stuff they do have coming out is usually going up to Albuquerque, somewhere in Colorado, Wyoming, Idaho, and it don't pay well at all. Like, I'm talking $1.80 to $2.20, $2.40, $2.50, and I refuse to run that low. I would rather drive empty. I guess some of y'all would say, oh man, you can get something to cover the fuel. I don't work for fuel money. I'm sorry, I just don't. I refuse to do it. I will pay out of my own pocket for fuel so I don't become part of the problem that we have in trucking. So if you run your business right, you should be able to do stuff like that. I went to El Paso with a $9,000 load. That was more than enough for me to go out to El Paso, come back home for the weekend. I think I took 3 days off for 3 days, went back to Alexandria, went back to El Paso, and the original plan was to once again come back empty, but just so happened I hit a load. And I'm not gonna say it's a unicorn because the way the market is right now, I mean, all our loads should be paying over $4 and $5 a mile. So I went to El Paso for $10 a mile. I came out of El Paso for $5 a mile to get back to Houston. That's how it should be. It sucks that we have to go through hard times to get this type of stuff. My understanding from the analytics of COVID and now, the rates that are paying now, we're making more money now than we did during COVID. So if you're owner-operator, a lease operator, you need to take advantage of it while you can, man. Because once the market flips, like it always does, the market always flips. You need to be prepared. The way the market is now, anybody should be able to make it in this market. But when that market go back down to where you're fighting for anything over $2 a mile, that's when you see who the real true survivors are. So for me, no truck note. Obviously, I pay a trailer rental to Landstar, which is not a lot, $195 a week for a step deck, and they cover the maintenance. Now, obviously, if I cover the maintenance, that'd be a whole different ball game. But like I said, I'm with Landstar. I love it over here, man. I make pretty good money. I would love to do a paycheck video of what I just did this past week, but what I did this past week was not something normal because that load, the first load to El Paso was an oversized load. The second one, it was a legal load, but it was still just paying pretty damn good. And then the load that I brought to come back, like I said, I would love to do a paycheck video, but I can't have people watching that video saying, oh, he done made all this money, I can go to Landstar and do the exact same thing. But then a lot of y'all go to a company that allows you to self-dispatch, like Landstar, Schneider, F2F, or any other company that allow you to self-dispatch and y'all run OTR. And that's the problem. You run OTR, you're gonna run into different agents all the time. I run the same area over and over, so I deal with the same agents over and over. And every few often, I'll deal with a new agent, and you know what I ask them? Hey, how often do you have this run? And if they say I got it often or 2 times a week, 2 times a month, hey, call me. Especially if it's a good run, if it's paying good. And as long as the rate don't change, I'm on it. So now I need to hop in this truck and grab the battery for this, and then we're gonna grease the truck. And I will say, for y'all that wear glasses, transitionals is the way to go, folks. It makes a difference in that sunbeaming. Let me see if this is the battery. If not, then that's a bigger one. All right, it's a bigger one. Give me a second. It's in the truck. All right, Harbor Freight, I need a sponsorship. All right, that battery's fully charged. I need to go recoup on my drink. Ooh. Y'all watch the truck. It's a very bad connection. It's a very bad connection, folks. I need to fill my cup up. Y'all give me a second. All right. It still say very bad connection, folks. I'm hoping y'all can still hear and see. All right. When working outside, if there's one thing you're supposed to do, is keep yourself hydrated. Let me check for any comments. All right, let me see. All right, that battery's fully charged. Let me check these comments. I asked for an oil change, and I've been waiting in the park for him to finish for 3 days. What the hell? He said 5 days to change my wiper blades. Quality work takes time. Bullshit. He said if I like and sub, he would get it finished in 6 days instead of 8. So I'd be stupid not to like and sub. Good job, sir. Can I come pick my truck up now? Not gonna lie, I wish he read chat more. Either way, I gave a like and a sub. I have a 1987 W900B Kenworth 300 in it. Oh. 125, what up? 4.25 cats, 600 horses. Oh. You drive it. Hell, that's my name too, okay? 125, got that W900. Kenneth said Cheryl Teller is the best. I can't tell you because I've never used it. I've only used Mobile Delvac. Like I said, I've tried Delo, and I tried something else, Mobile One maybe or something. And yeah, wasn't really feeling it. We hear you. Big Eye said, thanks, homie. I've had my truck for 38 years. Damn. I love my truck. We still work 6 days a week. He still looks like new inside and out. I do all the overhauls. I do all the overhauls too in this lifetime. Okay. Okay. All right. Fellow Landstar driver just pulled up in here, Mr. SD4. I see you, big fella. Yes, sir. Yeah, I know I'm not reading the comments enough because I'm trying to get this done with because it's hot out here. So I need y'all to bear with me. And like I said, I'm gonna invest in some type of meta glasses, man. I want to try to do that so y'all can get like a point of view type of thing. So if we ain't got no more comments, I'm gonna go ahead and grease this truck up. Finish your work. 125. I think I hopped on the game like a week ago. 125. I seen you on there. All right. Let me show y'all the certs that I'm gonna grease. The zerts. Grease. I can't see the damn camera. Okay. We're gonna grease this right here. This one right here. This goes to the leaf spring bushings. So we're gonna grease these two. We're gonna grease the kingpin right here. You see my hand? Where my hand at? There we go. Grease the kingpin. One of these is supposed to have a cert on it too. Other leaf spring bushing down here. We'll grease that one. Right here. And we do that on both sides. Every single one of these that I just pointed to, they got them on both sides of the truck. So these two, boom, boom. Kingpin up top, right there. We'll get the other leaf spring bushing right here. We'll also get right here as well. And then go into the back. I'll just grease that slack adjuster. And here. We'll grease those too. And it's 4 of those. So 4 slack adjusters, 4 of these. And that's my grease job. I'll come here to the back and I'll try to get into the U-joint. And I'll grease the U-joint as well. Now, if I was on flat surfaces, I would grab my creeper and I would get under the truck and grease all the U-joints, but I don't. I'm not on flat surfaces. I'm not gonna pull my truck out on the street to do that either. So now, it's time to do that. I'm gonna open this back up. Time to throw some grease on here. Not gonna lie to y'all folks, I'm hot. I'm ready to end this thing. Let me check the comments one more again. Alright, that battery's fully charged. I'm gonna leave it here for y'all to talk amongst yourselves. What's your name on the game? What you mean, what's my... This man, I forgot my name. Dang. See how they do you? Mr. Silky Slim is my name on the Xbox. Mr. Silky Slim. My Xbox is actually on right now. How do we get the trailer washers at the Star? You go to a Blue Beacon, only at Blue Beacon. Say, hey, I want a truck or trailer wash, or you want both. When you go inside, they gonna ask how you're paying. Are you paying card, cash, or corporate? And you'll say, I'm paying for the truck. It's a Landstar trailer. And then they gonna ask you for the trailer number. That's it. Or they got for the trailer number, your truck number. But the trailer, you're only allowed 2 trailer washes a month. So if you pull the same trailer, it'll be easier for you to to remember if you know you had the trailer wash or not. I don't know how that would work with a van if you pull a van and somebody done washed it already. Let me see. I'm trying to get to these comments. What about the bottom of the kingpins? I don't know if there's a cert down there. Sometimes it's an insert on the bottom of the kingpin. Let me go check. Top rope in the building. Yeah. I bought a jump starter box. 10,000. Damn it, boy. Okay, okay. Let me go see if there's a cert on the bottom. God damn it, 125. There's a cert on the bottom. So yeah, you can grease the top and the bottom of the kingpin. I've never known there was a cert on the bottom. So shout out to 125. So yeah, we're finna start greasing, folks. One thing I forgot to put in the truck, injector cleaner. So we're gonna throw this whole bottle inside the tank. The whole bottle. All right, whole bottle in the tank. Now, it's time to start greasing. So this Harbor Freight one comes with a little cap on the end, which I try to make sure I don't lose. Have a little grease inside of there. I bought my grease from Freightliner. It's the cheapest. You can also get them from AutoZone and stuff. So all you do is put them on the certs. You hold that triggers till you start seeing grease come out. Just that simple. Now time to the other side. Alright, the front is done. Now we gotta do the back. Alright. Where we at? Y'all still here with me? They don't show me the comments. Oh, let me see. Okay. Yeah, I put the whole bottom, Miss Richardson. That's right, top row. Bring them over here, man. Bring them over here. $50,000 loads at. Yeah, them the oversized loads. Yeah, I got a quick drain for to change the oil. Yeah. So that's pretty much it, folks. The front is done. Like I said, I still got to change the air filters, but I'm hot. And I want to go inside, let my body cool down, relax for a little bit. I would have preferred to come out here when like the sun was going down, but I didn't want to come out here too late, then it gets dark. I also know Fidel and them go live on Sundays as well in the evening, so I didn't want to mix those up. I know Truck Community been a little slacking a little bit on their live, so I did a short. I asked if y'all wanted me to go live or if y'all wanted a video. Obviously, with me going live, it's a little more in-depth, but it's a long video, or it's longer. So I'm finna go ahead and do these last 4 certs back here, and then we're gonna go ahead and shut it down, folks. All right. It's a wrap. That's it, folks. Any questions, ask them now. We're gonna say these last few minutes for any Q&As. Any questions about Landstar? Let me cut this damn truck off. I don't know if y'all can hear me. All right, I'm gonna end it right here with Q&As. So any questions, go ahead and drop them down right now. Any questions about trucking, any questions about my truck, any questions about Landstar, any questions about pulling an open deck, you can ask them now. Anything about a PM, anything that I do, anything that I've done, how I'm able to be comfortable on the road in my truck, how I live. This motherfucking dog, man. Yeah, get your ass in the cage. Go ahead. Yeah, you been a bad dog. Yeah, I'll leave that right now for any questions, folks. If we don't have any questions, then we'll go ahead and get up out of here. So I will tell y'all my Chinese brand mini split has stopped working. I feel like I've done everything that I could to figure out why, and I just can't figure out why it won't come on. I don't really know what else to do. Let me check these comments. So, motherfucker sound good, yeah. Yeah. Ready to say, you watch me do my first PM, I got you afterwards. What's up? I'll help you on your first PM, big guy. I ain't tripping. I just sent you a Coronado not too long ago. Not sure if you caught that or not. But yeah, yeah, I can't figure out why that mini split ain't working, so I went back to what I know works, which is pretty much a generator and a portable AC. And the portable AC works amazing. My truck AC works fine while I'm driving. If I'm sitting in sit-go traffic, stop-and-go traffic, that AC is like, it's blowing cool at the vents, but it's not actually blowing towards me. And I dropped it off to the shop so they can clean the evaporator. And my truck just sat there for 3 days. And all I got was excuses, so that's not fixed. I'm not gonna sit here and not work because I don't have AC, so you figure out something else to do, which, like I said, I got a portable AC in the truck now, so I actually run the portable AC while I'm driving down the road. Man, that thing feels so good. And when I turn the truck AC on too, oh my God. Oh my, you can't tell me I wasn't in like Alaska or something, just cruising. 100-degree heat in El Paso. The truck is running hot, but I was in the inside feeling good. And mind you, I don't drive in a lot of clothes. Like, the way I'm dressed now is how I tend to drive my truck because I don't want to have, it's uncomfortable to drive in jeans and a big shirt or whatever. So at least I can say I'm keeping myself hydrated. What does the portable, hold on. What does the portable AC look like? Yeah, you laughing at, top, bro. All right, I'm gonna show y'all the portable AC. It look like that. So where it's sitting at right now is where it sits when I'm shut down for my 10-hour break. Let me come back here. So that's pretty much where it sits, right there in the middle. When I'm driving down the road, it can also sit right there. But what I do when I'm driving down the road, I turn it so the vent is actually blowing right on me. And then I vent this right here out the window, which I'll show you right now. So we roll the window down. Mind you, I got window tops. Grab this, put it out the window. Roll the window back up. Hold on, I gotta set y'all down real quick. That's it. And so right now, so if I was shut down, this would be running off the generator. But because I'm in a truck, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this inverter on. Got it set at 65 degrees. It'll go down to 61. Coolest for the AC. And there it goes. It's blowing. So when I'm shut down, I use this with the help of my Hercules fan. And then on the top bunk, I also got these fans right here too. because mind you, I got a couch on the bottom. Okay, the inverter just tripped because the truck is not running. Hold on, folks. Let's crank the truck up. Obviously, I wouldn't run this with the truck off. All right, let's try it again. So with the truck running, this thing runs amazing. And you can also point this where you want it to go down to. So right now, run it down a little more. And it blowing right on my face. Oh shit, hold on. So swing. So take off the swing. And I put it where I want it. As you can tell, I got 2 different air fresheners on the inside. So it's blowing nice, cool air. Blowing smell good air. The heat is venting out the back tube. Going out that window right there. So obviously, this is not the ideal thing to do. But I refuse to be in my truck, hot, sweaty. Like I am now. I'm hot, I'm sweating. I don't like this. I don't want this. We'll rock with this. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with this one. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. I changed the fuse. I unhooked it, hooked everything back up. I replaced the adapter, and it just won't cut on. So I was really liking this, and the truck sat. I came back, now it won't work. This right here, $260. Looking to the inverter. The inverter that I have is that 2,000/4,000 watt inverter from Harbor Freight. Stop swinging. I don't want it to swing. I want it to stay on me. Just like that. And then when I'm shut down, I cover my front curtain, my front windows. So obviously, I don't want all that heat coming in. Side windows are tinted, but I do got covers for them. And if I'm sitting down, I got my TV up here, my sound bar, my microwave. I took my Xbox out. I still got my air fryer still in the box, being lazy. Fridge and microwave, fridge and freezer right here, combination. You got a test light, check box up here. Yeah, I haven't done any of that, but I know I need to. So yeah, this is pretty much how I'm riding when I'm in the truck. See, this thing works amazing. It's blowing nice and cool already. Sometimes it takes a minute or two for you to kick in that coldness. But once that kick in, then like I said, I have my fan help blowing air back up front. So when I'm up front, I just close these curtains. So only the front is staying cool. And then if I'm driving, let's say I'm an hour away from where I'm gonna shut down at, then I'll open up the back so we can share some of that coolness to the back. So when I shut down, I just have to open the back and then it's just straight heat. But yeah, portable AC from Best Buy, $269. You can run the inverter. It's only a 6,000 BTU, so that's enough power to where it's not going to trip the inverter with the truck running. Now, if you want to run this with the truck off, definitely recommend you get some type of generator. I think that's it, folks. I don't go live often. I don't know what I did with my glasses. I'm about to blow some shit up. All right, my glasses over there. So yeah, they got these at Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's. At the time, I wanted mine like instantly, and everywhere I had like a wait, and I didn't want to wait, so I went to I had read a review on I was on Marketplace trying to get one off a Marketplace, and somebody said they had got it from Best Buy. So I went to Best Buy and just picked it up, and I was good to go. It is kind of heavy. moving it from outside the truck to inside the truck is kind of heavy. So make sure you got your muscles right. All right. So I'm gonna do it once again, folks. Any questions, drop them now. Other than that, your boy gonna get up off of here. I need to go inside and relax. So now my oil pressure has dropped down to 50 at 10 psi, which is where it technically should be. But like I said, there's fresh oil up in there now. I'll reset my little timer right here, and that's it. It's 3:23 Central Time, my time zone in Texas. Trying to make sure y'all don't got any more questions, and I'm gonna go ahead and shut it on down. Pretty much. I appreciate that, Ms. Richardson. You have a good day yourself. Anybody else, folks? Any more questions? Drop them down. Oh, the air feels good. Nah, just AC. Just AC. It don't have a heater. Long term, I will get a pump heater that run off the diesel. But yeah, this one's just AC. That's it. All right, folks. There's no more questions, folks. That's it. Y'all do me a favor. If y'all haven't liked the video, man, go ahead and like the live on your way out. I'm going to go ahead and close all this stuff up. I'm going to go inside, cool my body off. And I'm dropping videos for y'all as I do them. I'm trying to let the videos get at least 500 to 1,000 views before I release the next video. So, yeah. I'm gonna stay here until everybody starts making their way up out of here. I'm enjoying the AC. Like I said, it's a lot colder in the house. But close this vent right here, these curtains, excuse me. And then had that AC just blowing right on me. Even though it's pointed back, I'm leaning halfway. I'm in my seat, but I'm just doing a little lean, and I got the air blowing right on me. It feels good. So we already getting this sweat off of me. Like I said, I don't want to get sick. I love this truck, man. This truck has done me pretty good for the most part. I wouldn't have it any other way. How I did it in trucking to get this truck. I drove as a company driver for 9 months, stacked my money up, I bought this truck cash. And ever since then, all my other trucks have been cash. Besides my lease truck when I leased the truck. And that was just a stepping stone to grab some money a little faster. That's why I used that lease truck to buy my dry van cash and get this truck road ready. And then after that, it was pretty much up from there. All right, let me see what we got. Malcolm said, I wouldn't buy an AC in a Home Depot. I bought one for a tent. I paid $365. Everything was good at first. In about 3 weeks, the blower gave up. I took it to Home Depot and exchanged it, and they told you they have what? I can't see the rest of that comment. Took to Home Depot and they told me they have. Okay, I'm assuming you got to keep typing. Like I said, I got this one from Best Buy. My last one I had just stopped warranty on all ACs. Damn. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, these things are so cheap that, I mean, if it goes out, I'll just go buy another one. I mean, you know, when you think about not idling your truck at night, I don't like to idle my truck. So what I do is when I shut down, I idle the truck for about a good 15 minutes, let everything calm down, let the fluids cool down, the turbo cool down, let everything cool down, and then I shut everything off. And when I shut everything off, I hook everything back up to my generator. So that's the AC, the fridge, freezer, the TV, the soundbar, and my internet. I have internet in this truck, and I'm just down for the night. So them 10 hours, I'm saving. So when you think about the wear and tear you're not putting on your truck, let's say even if I have to replace this every 3 months, it's still worth it because them 3 months that I've driven, I didn't have to run my AC. So once again, that's less wear and tear on the engine. That's less fuel that I'm using. And and I like to be, and I'm gonna be comfortable in my truck. So I have no complaints with this. I went back to this because I did this at first and it worked with no problems. And what I ended up doing was, a guy that was running local out here in Beaumont, which is on authority, was from Arizona, and he needed to go to a funeral, and he was taking his family, and his truck doesn't have AC. So he couldn't afford to like rent a car, take off of work. So he was taking a load to Arizona. Well, it was right in the middle of slapdash summer, and he was like, man, I don't know what to do. I gave him my generator and my portable AC. Hey, here, take it. And so he drove up to Arizona. He was driving the truck while the generator was running to power that AC. And he said, man, my family, we all want to thank you. It worked fine. Now, I haven't heard from him in the last few years, but if I still had that setup, I know it would still be working. And in the event the AC go out, I'll just buy another one. So with this one right here, I'm going to run this until pretty much it gets wintertime. Once wintertime comes, I'll take it out of the truck, put it in the house. The first sign of summer, the first day is 70 degrees or hotter or 60 degrees or hotter, we put this AC back in the truck. Just like that. Like I said, I am planning to get a bunk heater in this truck and to run it off of diesel, and we'll go that route. And more than likely, I'm going to get one of those V-Vor ones. All right, come on, folks. Any more questions? I'm going to give you one more minute. At 3:30, I'm shutting it down. Oh, this AC feels so good. Y'all coming in when I'm closing it down, folks. Like I said, I just did a PM on the truck for the ones that just came in. We changed the oil filters, fuel filters. We greased the truck. I still got to do the air breathers, but I'm going to just do the air breathers in a separate video because I'm hot. And I want to go inside and wait till the sun go down a little bit. But the truck is greased, fresh oil, fresh fuel filters with fuel, fresh oil filters. Tomorrow I will be going to go wash the truck, and then we'll keep rolling that way. All right, folks, it's 3:30. I'm gonna get up off of here. I need to go figure out what I'm gonna eat for lunch, and I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Make sure y'all like the video on your way out. Like always, any questions or concerns, drop it in the comment section. If you want to get at me, send me an email at truckingwiththebigdaddy@gmail.com. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'll catch y'all in the next one.